Hello, my dear. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. Thank you for being patient. Things have been kind of upside down in my house, off and on. I never know. Anyway, so I'm going to do this a little bit different than I usually do. But we're going to tackle the question. Want to know a little more how to love yourself a little more. We all deal with that. Seriously, we all deal with that. Well, there's some out there with an ego that doesn't quit. That's ego. It's not the same. So I'm not going to preach, but I already pulled some cards, so I wouldn't waste the time doing that. So I've asked my team to step forward, but I've also asked your guides and angels to step forward and help with any messages that we might need to tackle during, and of course I pulled a bunch. I have more. I always get carried away. So I'm going to go through these cards and I'll just explain a little bit about each one and what I'm hearing from them. Just and these messages will be nothing but about love and love for yourself. And I'm feeling, I don't know which one I'm doing, but they're bringing this tremendous love energy down that I can just feel. It's like filling my body up. It's so awesome that it's making me want to cry. So hopefully, and anything that happens to me when I do a reading is what's for you. So hopefully you'll be open to that and you will feel that too, because they're going to do that to you when you're watching this. And you can ask them. Honestly, you can ask, just say your team. You don't have to know their names. You don't have to know who they are, your guides, your angels, your whatever, your past loved ones. Just ask them to bring you that loving energy. Ask them, then you have to be open to receive it. You can't be sitting there blocking it, going, "I don't deserve it," because we all deserve it. Every single one of us, especially now with all this crap going on. Hope you're staying safe out there. So we're just going to start with the first card. It's six of Archangel Gabriel, who's the Archangel of communication. Congratulations, you've done a wonderful job. Time to move on to the next project, awards, scholarships, or promotions. And basically, what this is saying, I don't know if it comes out backwards when you actually watch the video. Basically, what that's saying, even though you don't think you've done a wonderful job, you have done a wonderful job. You're just not trusting yourself. You're not allowing yourself to know that you are a wonderful, loving being. We're born with it. It's in us. It's all the crap that Earth kicks at us that makes us doubt ourselves or hide it or cover it up or bury it deep inside of us. It's there. It's totally there. It's love is the highest form of vibration. Here, there, doesn't matter where. It's the highest form of vibration. And that's why I always try to get everybody to lift that love vibration, because it's the opposite of the gloom and doom. It's the highest form. It's the highest thing there is. It's all about love. Everything. Love. That's the only word that is at the top of the list. So when it says awards, scholarships, or promotions at the bottom, it means that anything that you need, I don't want to say this, anything that you need to help you to get to that point will be presented to you. And when I first started this work, I heard it over and over and over and over. Everything that you need is already inside of you. It truly is. It's already inside of you. You just have to find it. You have to unbury it. You have to uncover it. You have to dig the dirt off of it. It's there. So, as far as awards, scholarships, or promotions, they will bring you into your path whatever it is you need if you want to work towards it and step forward into it. They will bring you the abundance that you need to acquire that. I don't know if I said that all right. Um, anyway, so then the next card was compromise, master teacher. So let me see what I'm hearing. You seriously need to ask your team to bring you a teacher. A teacher will be presented for you. They are waiting for you. They are loving you. You do have a master teacher, but you have to literally ask, bring me my master teacher. Just say that. I would like for my master teacher to come help me. But then you have to be willing to accept. You might get a phone call from somebody that's like, that would be perfect to help you feel that way, or some door might open in front of you. I don't know. That so many possibilities. It depends on what they think is best for you, what they think is best for you to learn how to do this. But you also have to compromise. You have to compromise. You have to give in a little. They'll come down and meet you, but you have to give in a little. You have to kind of open your door a little bit. So you have to compromise. You got to meet them halfway. You can't just sit there under a rock and go, fix this. It doesn't work that way. It won't work that way. So you're going to have to compromise, and you're going to have to come up a little bit and meet their level, or at least meet them halfway. They're saying they're willing, they're waiting. And I see, ooh, wow. These are, wow. I see one standing, well, I see several standing there, and I see one standing, and he's holding a pole with like a banner on it. But he looks like he's from ancient times, like scribes from buku eons ago, way back in the day. Like Moses days or something. I don't. They've got long robes on. I see one standing next to him, that one that has the same. Those are master teachers. And then I see a couple of other ones that are very faint, so they're not as important, but they're there, so they're part of your team. These two, especially the one holding the banner, is very, very powerful master teacher. You don't have to know their name. You can call him George, you can call him Fred, you can call him whatever you want, but call him master teacher and ask him to step forward, because they're showing themselves that they're there, and they're waiting, and they're just standing back and they're waiting, but they're waiting for you. And you have free will choice. You don't have to do it. It's up to you. So then this one was, I can balance my vibration between my desires and my beliefs. Your beliefs are what are kicking you in the ass. Your desire, you're not giving into your desire, you're giving into your beliefs about yourself. Nobody kicks our ass harder than we do. Nobody. We're not a good person. We don't deserve it. We're stupid. We're ugly. We're too fat. We're too skinny. So when you are listening to your powerful emotional guidance system, You will never enter an environment where your well-being could be threatened. We are not attempting to alter your beliefs, for we do not see your beliefs as inappropriate. It is our desire to make you aware of your own emotional guidance system so that you can achieve the balance of vibration between your desires and your beliefs. Doing the right thing means to do that which is in harmony with your intent and with your current beliefs. So, and then you can always pause this and read it if you want. So if your beliefs are, I'm a horribly rotten person, I'm unlovable, you can Google law, oops, I'm touching my face. You can Google law of attraction. It works 100% of the time. If you believe that, that's your belief, that's what you're going to get. It's like a magnet. It's like a magnet. You draw that shit to you by believing it. But what's your desire? You need to turn your belief into your desire. If that makes sense? No. You need to turn your desire into your belief. Sorry, got that backwards. You're desiring more love. Turn that into your belief. I am lovable. I am good. I am perfect. I am and no matter, oh yeah, okay, they want me to tell you. What I've been taught is before we come here, we decide what we're gonna what we're gonna look like. We decide our family, we decide what situation we need to be in to learn the lessons we need to learn. I know if you don't believe in past lives, it's a little hard to get the grasp of it. But so we may come here planning on being a 600-pound woman. Now, I have no idea what size you are. And because there's experiences that go along with that we need to experience for our soul to evolve to a higher level. I may be getting too far past my card reading, sorry. But we might decide that this time we're going to come down here and we're going to be rich and famous and gorgeous, and because there's things we need to learn in that too. I mean, it's all different level of learning our lessons too. For our soul to evolve, we need to come here to learn these types of lessons. So you're perfect just the way you are. They say you're looking at the outside. They say you're not looking at the inside, you're looking at the outside. Okay, they want you to, okay. Oh, they're mentioning the mirror. All right, well, they're going to have me preaching too much. One of the first things I had to do when I started doing this work was to take a piece of paper and a pen and go find a mirror. And I don't remember how many minutes it was. It wasn't 10 or 15 minutes or something. It may not have been that long, but it seemed like forever. And you had to go look in this mirror, look in your own eyes, and you had to start writing down things that you see. And they can't all be negative things. And at the end of it, I always include, I love you, to that person in the mirror. Every time you walk by a mirror, put little post-it notes up if you need to. Every time you walk by a mirror, instead of looking at, oh, my hair's messy, or my butt's too big, or whatever comments that you're putting yourself down with, put little sticky notes all over. And when you walk by the mirror, go, I love you just the way you are. I may not be perfect, but I am perfect the way I am. You don't have to be perfect. So you need to change the way you think of yourself, talk to yourself in a loving way, like you would your best friend who maybe is going through a tough time. You wouldn't talk to her that way. I don't know. Sometimes I do mine. So Then we got the love card. Listen to your heart, embrace what makes you happy. There are 1 million reasons to love, and I'm going to say there's much more than 1 million reasons to love. There, sit down and write down. It really helps so much if you put it on a piece of paper or type it on the computer, however you want to do it. Go sit under a tree and do it. There are so many reasons to love, and the more you sit down and write down things you could love about yourself, the more you'll start coming up with. It'll start growing and growing because your vibration will go higher and higher and higher. And you'll start looking at yourself different. Believe me, I had to kick a lot of my shit to the side. Exercise to increase your energy and manifestation abilities. The key to manifesting quickly is to have very high energy levels, and the easiest way to increase them is through physical exercise. Choose a fun and meaningful activity so that you'll look forward to exercising and it becomes its own reward. So basically, just get up and move. If you are somebody that sits a lot and kind of mopes, and I'm not saying that you are, I don't know that, but if you get up and move, go outside. Sometimes I'll be sitting here and I just have to go step on the deck and just breathe. Just get out in fresh air, out of this environment, and just breathe. It's not much exercise. I walk by the river a lot. It's my woo-woo place to go. It's my connection to my team. Just anything. I have 2 doors to my kitchen, and they're showing me if you just walked around in that circle several times, which you may not have a circle like that, but somewhere you would. You need to open the curtains. Here, saying you need to open the curtains, open the windows when you can, step out on the front porch, breathe, and I honestly used to have a note on my computer that's, oh, it's still here. It says breathe, because we don't breathe deep enough. We breathe automatic, little shallow breathing, and our little cells need more than that. Our brain cells, all of our cells need you to breathe more. They're starving for that. Then we got be strong, be fearless, be beautiful. You have to think of yourself as strong, fearless, and beautiful. You have to change those thoughts. So if you have to write sticky notes for any of these or all of these, put them up where you can see them as you walk through the house, in the kitchen, on the fridge, on the mirror, on the toilet, wherever you want to put them. On the side of your TV, because we're always staring at the TV. I hear them say, you're beautiful, you're perfect. You're already perfect. You are making yourself imperfect by thinking that. You're already perfect, just the way you are. I can't see this guide, at least not right now. You have a guide that is very soft, very loving, very, very willing to help you. I'm just going to call, I'm not even sure it's a her. I'm just going to call it a love guide. Ask for the love guide. Seriously, I know it sounds crazy. You don't have to tell anybody else. Ask for the love guide. Ask them to step forward and help you. You cannot override your free will choice. If you choose to sit in a dark corner and tell yourself you're ugly, and I don't know that you're doing that. I'm not saying you are. I'm just giving you an example. Then they can't stop you from doing that. But if you truly want to take a step higher, ask them to step forward and then be willing to accept it. They want you to start possessing self-confidence. that you are perfect the way you are. And then surrender to the magic of who you are. This is what you need to surrender to. We all have magic in us, even in the mundane aspects of life. Remember that you are a magical being with a uniqueness and worth that comes from just being you. You are unique. You you are perfect the way you are. You need to surrender to that uniqueness. You're not supposed to be like everybody else. Wouldn't this world be boring if we were all the same size, the same color hair, the same demeanor? No. So they just want you just the uniqueness of just being you. You're not supposed to be like everybody else. So then I pulled, bless this space. Your sacred space holds the soul to bear. Palo Santo or sage will clear the air. So they're wanting you to sage. They're wanting, I don't know if you can read that or not. Can't read that on there, on the camera. Anyway, bless this space. Your sacred space holds the soul to bear. Palo Santo or sage will clear the air. So even if you don't use sage, if you don't do things like that, open the windows and doors. Just stand there and say, I want all the dark energy to leave my house. And then when just believe that it is left, if you need to do it that way, but that leaves a void, so ask them to bring love and light into your home and to brighten it up. Turn all the lights on. Crank up some dance in your chair music. Crank up the vibe. Bring the fresh air in. So you can cleanse your house that way, at least some of it. But if you do sage, they're saying you need sage. And when you sage, make sure that you say that you want that heavier, dark, negative energy out. You need to put the music back into your life. Oh, well, see, I hadn't even looked at that card yet. Crank up the music. Crank up the music that'll make you do the chair dance, if that's what you want to do. Spice it up. Don't listen to the dark, heavy music. Crank up something that seriously makes you want to boogie. It's inspirational. Something with a lot of zip in it. So I hear him say it's all up to you. I understand. Nobody outside of you can do this for you. If you're sitting there expecting somebody to come into your life and make you feel this way and do it for you, it doesn't work that way. Because I have all these people around me that love me, and for years, still didn't love myself. Because all of that love can't get through there if you don't love yourself. You have to be number one, which is one of the hardest things for us women to get through because we're usually so unselfish and we're doing things for everybody else and we're trying to fix everybody else and we're trying to make everybody else feel good. We forget about ourselves. So it was very selfish for me to learn this, or felt very selfish learning this. But if I don't love myself, I do not have a light that will go out. And this is not in an ego way. It's totally different than thinking you're better than somebody else. This is not an ego. This is actually loving yourself the way you are. And then your light shines out to everybody else. And then people are attracted to you. But then you can feel it from them. But you got to do it to yourself first. And if you get depleted and you don't have it, you don't have to share with anybody else. And people can feel that, especially people like me that are an empath. They're showing me you like looking out a window, and I don't know, it looks kind of like it's raining outside, and looking out there very sad and asking, why am I not good enough? Why am I not good enough? You are the only one that can change that thought. It's all about how you approach the subject. Every time, I'm going to go back to writing things down, and I'm bad about doing it. Every time you have a thought like that, you need to write down, I don't know, some people say 3, some people say 5, even if it's just one positive thought to counteract that. Flip, run and write down something positive. I'm not good enough. I'm good at blah, blah, blah. I'm not pretty enough. I have a beautiful smile, blah, blah, blah. It's nobody's perfect. There is no perfect person out there. So you thinking you're not perfect? Neither is anybody else. We all screw up. We all make mistakes. I'm preaching, sorry about that. But I'm listening to them. I'm listening to your team. Okay. I said, actually, we're here to learn lessons. The lessons that we learn the fastest and I don't want to say the hardest. You're going to have to give me another word. The fastest and the easiest. They said easiest. I don't think it's easy doing it this way. Are the ones that totally kick you in the ass. The ones that hurt, the ones that kick you in the ass are the ones you remember, are the ones you want to change. You want to change that feeling. Those are the lessons. You're learning lessons every day from some little thing, but the ones that really kick you in the ass and hurt, those are the ones you remember. Those are the ones you don't want to go back to. You want to learn them and make it move on. So whatever it is that you're not learning about loving yourself, it's going to keep happening and happening and happening until you learn it, because they want you to get this. And they will keep throwing things at you. Believe me, I went through this, so this is personal experience I'm speaking from. And I said, take this away from me. I'm tired of this one. They said, nope, not until you learn it. And it would just keep repeating, different people, different events, but it would be the same scenario. And it's like, they won't quit until you learn it. So, my dear, go write those notes and go look in that mirror and tell yourself every time you walk in that bathroom and walk by that mirror, I love you. You're perfect, just the way you are. I promise you, it might take a little bit. It'll start feeling lighter and brighter. And go open those doors and windows and breathe. Much love to you. Thank you for being patient with all this going on right now, and stay safe. Should be over soon, hopefully, because I'm ready to go have a beer with my friends or something. Much love to you. Thank you very much. Let me know if this helps.